Hello, Purple Hearts. I hope you are doing well. And welcome to the Recap episode number 44 on your behind on this Sunday. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you are enjoying your Sunday. I got chased out of my living room by some neighbors because they have their children in the hallway running up and down like the hallway is a playground. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to do this live. Now I'm going to tell y'all, I've been up since 7:30 working on November's quotes and questions of the day. Okay, I'm up to I think number 6, and I have 6 more to go. Okay, so they was making so much noise, bouncing a ball back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, and then the ball hit my motherfucking door so hard, I opened my damn door and I said, what's going on? So the neighbor said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I told them to say they sorry. I'm like, look, I'm looking at her like, yo, you can't take them outside? It's 61 degrees outside at this point in time, and you can't take them outside. Let them expel that energy outside while it's not cold. Oh, child! But I'm in my bedroom now. The door is closed, so I'm letting y'all know right now. If you hear some screaming, it's not in my house. I don't have no kids in my house. Okay? Not nary one. If it's not them in the hallway, it's these motherfuckers outside. Here they come. I ain't even been live for a minute yet. Please hold. They doing this shit on purpose. I know they doing it on purpose. I keep saying that shit. They doing it on purpose. Okay. So, if you're new here, welcome. Welcome to the Purple Hearts, okay? This is where I drop the questions of the day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. I drop them on the community wall. I also link them in my live videos on Sunday, so it'll be easier for y'all to find them and you won't be all over the place. Okay. So I just want to say welcome. I just want to say welcome. Oh God. Things that have been going on in these streets in my neighborhood is crazy. Okay. It's been crazy all the month of October. People have been caught stealing. The police have been called. There have been fires. All this mess going on. And I'm like, please, please, just knock it off. Just stop it. Okay, let me put my phone on Do Not Disturb, first of all. Let me make sure. Come on now. Phone scrolling too fast. Okay, there we go. Do not disturb. So, I have something I want to discuss with y'all. but I don't know if I should do it now. Well, I should. I guess I should do it now. This is like, something that happened this morning, and this can take place of, what I've been doing for the week. Okay. This morning, while I was sitting in my living room, doing the quotes for November, I heard this scratching on my air conditioner. So I was like, okay, that's a pigeon. That's what I thought. So I go back and finish doing what I'm doing. And I keep hearing this scratching. And I'm like, that don't sound like a pigeon. So I looked at the air conditioner. Now I had the shade down because I'm not doing the sun at all. So I looked, and the shadow that I saw was bigger than a pigeon. I said, what the fuck? So since it was bigger than a pigeon, I said, let me go in my bedroom. Because in my bedroom, I have two windows. And one of the windows is facing, the air conditioner in my living room. So I went and I looked, and it was a hawk. Now I'm going to tell you, this hawk always visits me every year before Thanksgiving. Okay? Before Thanksgiving, this hawk visits me, right? I didn't get a photo of the hawk, right? So I opened my screen and I greeted the hawk. Yeah, I talked to the hawk. Yes, I did. That's one of God's creatures. I said, hello, Mr. Hawk or Mrs. Hawk. Hello, how are you? So the hawk is looking at me, pecking my air conditioner. So I said, well, Hawky, because I don't know if it's a male or a female, but that hawk was kind of fat. I said, Hawky, an air conditioner is not a place to make a nest. So the hawk looked at me, cocked his head to the side. I said, but I'm thankful for you visiting me. I really appreciate it. So the hawk looked at me, pecked my air conditioner some more, and spread its wings out. And I'm going to tell you, those wings are long. I didn't get scared, you know what I'm saying? Because the hawk was on the air conditioner in the living room, and I'm in my bedroom, talking to the hawk. So I said, you might want to make a nest in a tree instead of on an air conditioner. So the hawk looked at me, pecked my air conditioner some more, and spread its wings and took off, right? So although I know this hawk visits me every year, it was a surprise to me. Always before Thanksgiving, always. So I went to the air conditioner and I looked down and I saw feathers in a circle. Okay? Feathers in a circle. So I said to myself, I've never known this hawk to to leave feathers behind. Every time the hawk visits, the hawk doesn't leave feathers behind, So, I'm thinking, well, the way it's in a circle, I guess the hawk might have been trying to make a nest, right? So I went on ahead and I Googled what it means when a hawk visits you. Now, I can put this link on my community wall, or I can read it. I don't know which one y'all prefer, but I am going to read a little bit. Okay, if you prefer for me to go through everything, then that's going to make this live a little bit longer. Okay. Let's see. So I Googled what it means when a hawk visits you. And it says when a hawk visits you, often it often symbolizes a powerful message of guidance, clarity, and personal empowerment from the spiritual realm, right? So now they have 5 subjects here with paragraphs, okay? And I'm just going to go through them as fast as I can because they're not long paragraphs. The first one is divine guidance, and it says hawks are often seen as messengers from the divine or spiritual guides. Their presence may indicate that you are being watched over or that a higher power is trying to communicate with you about an important decision or path in your life. Okay? The second one is clarity and vision. Known for their keen eyesight, hawks symbolize the need for clarity and a broader perspective. Hawks a hawk's visit may encourage you to look beyond immediate challenges and gain insight into your situation, urging you to trust your intuition and instincts. And this is crazy because I put something about your intuition on my community wall this morning before the hawk came. Okay? The third one is personal empowerment. The hawk is a symbol of courage, initiative, and self confidence. Its visit can be a reminder to seize opportunities and assert yourself in your endeavors. It encourages you to harness your inner strength and take action toward your goals. Okay, the fourth one says awareness and focus. A hawk sighting can serve as a nudge to heighten your awareness and pay attention to the signs around you. This may involve being more observant of your surroundings and recognizing opportunities or challenges that require your attention. The last one says transformation and change. Hawks are also associated with freedom and change. Their visit may signify a time for you to break free from limitations and embrace new beginnings and take risks that lead to personal growth. So now here is the cultural interpretations. Different cultures attribute various meanings to hawks. For instance, in Native American traditions, hawks are seen as symbols of wisdom and protection, often regarded as messengers from the gods. In many spiritual practices, they are viewed as powerful allies that can guide individuals toward transitions and challenges in life. In summary, a hawk visiting you is often interpreted as a significant spiritual event, encouraging you to embrace your personal power, seek clarity, and remain open to the guidance that the universe offers. So there you have it. That's the whole thing. Okay. So I was kind of, when I looked that up, I had already put on my community wall a message about your intuition. Let me see. I could put my booty on over to my community wall. It says, I no longer need hardcore proof to validate what my intuition tells me. If something feels off about a person, place, or thing, it's because something is off. I'm not sticking around to discover what it is. My time and energy are way too valuable. Now that is on my community wall. Okay. And I put that up there before the hawk came. So now, I mean, I'm not really reading too much into it, but the way the feathers are laying on my air conditioner, at first I went and got a little hand broom and I was going to sweep them away. The feathers are in a circle. Hey, Sonia J, how are you? Oh, okay. Happy birthday to your son. I'm so glad he had a good time. Oh, happy birthday, little one. I was going to sweep the feathers off my air conditioner, but they are in a circle. So I asked a couple of people what would they do. And Outspoken was one of the people that I asked, and she said, leave it there and let God handle it. So I said, okay, more, you ask more than one person. If everybody got the same answer, then, you can't go wrong. But them being in a circle, it's like, okay, I'm not touching it. I was going to just take one feather and keep it and then sweep the rest away. But I decided that I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to take a feather. I'm not doing nothing. Okay. It's not like these feathers are embedded inside the air conditioner vents, because they're not. They're not embedded in the vents. So I don't know who the message is from, but I'm paying attention. Okay. I'm paying attention. I'm not gonna touch the feathers. I'm gonna pay attention to my intuition, and if an opportunity comes my way to further what I'm interested in, or an opportunity, I'm gonna look into it. Most of the time, these opportunities that come to me push me out of my comfort zone. And I think it's time for me to step outside of that protective circle that I'm in. I think it's time for me to challenge myself. So if the opportunity presents itself, then that's what I'll do. I will go ahead and push myself into um out of my comfort zone. Okay. That's what I'll do, because that hawk visits me every year without fail. Okay. Every year before Thanksgiving without fail. Now those feathers being in a circle, maybe the hawk will come back. Decide to come back and make a nest. And I'm going to be like, look, you going to have to pay me some rent. And I don't want no hawk eggs either. I'm just kidding. But if the hawk decides to make a nest and have a family, I'm calling the nearest news station. Okay. I'm calling the news station and I'm going to tell the people from the Environment for Animals, you leave that hawk right there. Don't touch that hawk. Okay. So that was my Sunday, which was very interesting. Now, switching over to another subject, I know that everything that we have these days is digital. Okay, so the time sets itself. Your laptop, your tablet, your phone. But if you forgot to set your microwave, you might want to do that. Okay, if your microwave has the time, then you might want to go ahead and set your microwave. I had to do that this morning. I also have a Bose CD player and radio, so I had to set that as well. And I do have a little clock that's by my TV, and I set that as well. Okay. I'm so glad we got our hour back. So turn your clocks back, gain your hour, and be happy. Okay. Now, this is the recap episode number 44. Don't forget, I linked the videos in this live. Well, in this video, you'll be able to see them after the live is over. I linked the videos for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday that we are going to discuss right now. So I know it's a lot going on around here. So I'm not going to hold y'all long. I got I have to finish November's questions of the day for y'all. And I have a few more to go. Oh, by the way, this month's music is going to take you back. Okay? This month's music is going to take you back because what I chose definitely took me back to my roller skating days, my hula hoop days, all those days. Okay. So thank you, Sonia J. So I just want y'all to be aware of that. Now, that's another thing. If y'all have some suggestions for music or artists or whatever, shoot me a message. Drop them on the community wall. Send them to my inbox. Whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? So here we go. We are doing last week's questions of the day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's 10/27/25, 10/29/25, and Halloween 10/31/25, which was the day before yesterday. Okay. Sonia J, are you still driving? You better not be typing while you driving now. We don't want no accidents, okay? So we're going to do Monday's thought of the day, which was respect yourself so that others can do the same. Now, I agree with that quote, although there are times when no matter what you do, ain't nobody going to respect you. That's just how it is. they're not going to respect you no matter what. You know that you can't make everybody like you thing? Yeah. It's the same thing with respect. So I agree with that, but not everybody is going to respect you. So the question for that day was, do you know what an Arnold Palmer is? And if so, do you like it? Do you know what an Arnold Palmer is? Do you like it? I know y'all know what an Arnold Palmer is, right? I know y'all know. In case you don't, an Arnold Palmer, I want to keep saying almond. An Arnold Palmer drink is a refreshing beverage made by mixing iced tea and lemonade. Okay, all right, okay. No texting while driving. We ain't doing that. So that's what an Arnold Palmer is. It's iced tea and lemonade. And when I do go into the supermarket, but they mostly have them in the bodegas. When I go into either or supermarket or bodega, and I feel like I want something to drink outside of ginger ale, I will reach for that. I do like that drink. Yes, ma'am. Lemonade and tea. And I do like it. It's one of my faves. So now we're going to move on to Wednesday, 10/29/25. And the thought for that day was, positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. Negative thinking can make you go to jail. I'm telling you. Negative thoughts lead to negative actions sometimes. Air quotes, sometimes. But those thoughts are not good for your soul at all. And I know because I have them from time to time. I know that we all have those negative thoughts. I know we do. Nobody is positivity and sunshine and roses all the time. You know, with roses comes thorns. So, therefore, none of us are perfect. Okay, so I believe that positive thinking will let you do everything better. It'll be better. You'll get it done, whatever it is. Don't let them negative thoughts creep in. Keep them at bay if you can. Yes, ma'am. So, the question, this is a serious one. The question for that day was, what bad habits do you think children pick up from their parents? What bad habits do you think children pick up from their parents? Now, you just heard me talk about these kids running up and down the hallway, and the little one is screaming like somebody is trying to kidnap her. Oh, it just makes me I just cringe every time she screams. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, I'm going to give it to you from my perspective. I think one of the bad habits is cursing. That's what I think. One of the bad habits, and that's, one that I think of all the time because I used to listen to my parents curse. That's how I started cursing. Bad habit. Yes, bad habit is a bad habit. Okay. So that's what I think. That's my answer. Yes, cussing and fighting. Yes, ma'am. Cussing and fighting. Cussing, fighting. I mean, I told y'all before. I told y'all before about the little girl who rolled her eyes at me in the lobby of my building. She rolled her eyes and moved her neck. Hear what I say? And she was under 5. I know she was under 5, okay? I'm like, where did she get that from? It dawned on me. The parents. Most likely the mama, okay? I told her, oh, you look so pretty. She rolled her eyes and moved her neck. I was like, oh, listen, when my niece was that age, I didn't play that shit. No. You gonna respect an adult. And, her mother caught it and spanked her ass. So, yes, she did. Yeah, I was amazed too. Caught me all the way off guard. Okay. She didn't even smile like a little girl's supposed to. I'm like, what's going on in that household? Child. I just said, forget it. I told the mother, no, you ain't got to do that. She said, no, yes, I do, because I didn't raise her that way. And I'm saying to myself, she saw you do it. She saw you do it and somebody do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she's doing it. So that's my answer. And Sonia J put her answer in. And I know Outspoken One cannot give us her answer because she is driving. So we're going to move on to Halloween. Did anybody dress up for Halloween? Sonia J, Outspoken. Did y'all dress up for Halloween? I didn't. I did not dress up for Halloween. I went out. I went outside though. I did go outside. But I didn't dress up for Halloween. Oh, you didn't dress up. She says, no, ma'am. Now, I'm gonna tell you, it's this it's this character on Instagram. Damn it, I forgot his name. Let me see if I can look his page up right quick. Because you want to talk about funny. Oh my God, he is funny as I don't know what. Let's see. Let me see if I could find one of his videos so I could tell you his name and you can check out his video. Okay, nope, wrong person. Let me check. Let's see. Good. Okay, his name is Floss the Mac. I'm going to type it in the chat. And you want to talk about funny? His name is Floss the Mac. Check him out on Instagram. He does skits about the psych ward. That's what he does. He does skits about the psych ward. So I'm really enjoying his content. It just makes me laugh. I'm telling you, it makes me laugh. It really does. So we are going to get on to Friday's thought, which is, let me take a sip of water. Girl, I'll be laughing. I'm telling you. Look, Sarah. My name's Sarah. Be going, good morning. Good morning. I'll be like, oh my God. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Oh, I love the characters in the skits he be doing. So, Friday's thought was, have patience. All things are hard before they become easy. And that's true. Now let's elaborate on that for a minute. Have patience. All things are hard before they become easy. Now, I'm going to give you a perfect example. When my dad was alive, he liked his eggs over easy. And I just couldn't get it, okay? I loved the way he made eggs for me, but I couldn't do it myself. So he had me in the kitchen one day and he said, I'm going to teach you how to do it, and you're going to do it, and don't break the yolk. If you break the yolk, you're going to eat that egg. I'm going to tell you something. That day, I ate 4 eggs. I finally got it right on the 5th egg. At that time, I was 13, okay? Now, I got it down packed, and it was hard. It was really, really hard for me to flip that egg and not have the yolk break. Now I got it down packed. I got it down packed, and I can make over easy eggs like nobody's business, okay? Yes, I can. But he taught me, and it was hard before it became easy. So, yeah, I agree with that. Oh boy. The question for Friday. Now, I know some of y'all work. I know some of you work. So here's Friday's question. Do you trust your coworkers? Do you trust your coworkers? Now, I'm gonna, let me see. I'm gonna, I can't attribute this to what I do on YouTube. Hey, Lindsay, how are you, love? I hope you're doing well. She said, trust them for what? She said, trust them for what? Listen, The question is, do you trust your coworkers? I can't attribute this to YouTube because okay, YouTube is a vast entity. It's really really big. Sonia J said, "No, ma'am, only one." Okay, Lindsay said, "Trust them to get their work done, and that's about it." I know that's right. Now, I can't attribute this to YouTube because it's a lot of people on here, and it's a lot of people I don't know. It's like, how many people is it on YouTube? 5 million? I don't know. But I don't know them all. So I can't say whether I trust them or not. Now, let me think. I can go back to when I worked security. I can go back to then. And in that instance, I kind of had to trust them. I had to trust them to have my back as a security guard. Okay, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I worked on Riverside Drive, and I worked the night shift from 4 in the afternoon to 12 midnight. So this lady was walking, and somebody came along and snatched her pocketbook. So he happened to run past my booth, and I heard the lady screaming, "He snatched my purse! He snatched my purse!" So at the time, my supervisor had just pulled off. So now we aren't supposed to leave our booth, but I left my booth and I chased after him while on my radio letting the next person know, "He's coming your way, he's coming your way." And my supervisor heard it over the radio. So my supervisor stopped on the corner, and then my co-workers came from around the corner from their post, and they got him. They held him down. The lady got her purse back. We called the popo, and his ass was carted off to jail. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, at that time, working that job, I was much lighter in weight. Okay. I weighed about 120 pounds, and I was younger. I was like 22, 23. So I was a runner because I ran track in school. Okay. So we caught that ass. So I trust them to be on alert. So at that time, I could say, yeah, I trusted them at that time for that instance. Okay. Can you imagine me trying to chase somebody now at 205? Because that's how much I weigh right now. And I ain't ashamed of it. Okay. 205. I can't see myself. And with these arthritic knees and ankles, child. Let's see. In that sense, I can see it. I still don't trust them though. And see, being a security guard, all we had was radios. We have no stun guns. We have no gun. We didn't even have a nightstick. Okay. So it was. Can you imagine if he decided to do hand-to-hand combat? Child, I'm glad my supervisor was she was like 6'4". almost 6'5". And for her to be her weight, she was quicker on her feet, knocked him right on down. Okay, they caught that ass. But nope, I can't see it either. My co-workers are a trip. That corporate backstabbing is different. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you gotta really think about it. You know what I'm saying? So listen, that's the only example I can give you at this time because I don't work. Okay. I don't work like that. So yeah. So that's y'all answers. Girl, what you say? They would have had that purse. Girl, listen, that clear lady was glad to get her purse back, okay? And she couldn't even run after him, and he knew that, okay? He knew she couldn't run after him, little old lady. But she had a set of lungs on her. He stole my purse. I was like, what the hell is that? He stole my purse. I came out my booth and I looked, and then I looked down the block. I was like, oh my God, slammed the door and started running. Cause show. And I still had to write out a report about what happened. Not only me, but the supervisor had to write a report, and the person that cut him off around the corner, she had to write a report too. So we had to write reports. They had to go down in the doggone book and, give it to the cops or whatever. What'd you say? That's why he picked her. Yes, that is why he picked her. I would be terrible security. I'm not invested in clear people's problems at all. Girl. And let me tell you something. Right now, where that job was, I live right in this neighborhood. So, I used to walk to work. You know what I'm saying? Child, that clear lady was screaming. And yeah, he popped out. I think he popped out from behind the car. Okay? That's what I think. Child, he was running kind of fast too with his little crackish ass. Yes, he was. He was running kind of fast. I said, this little skinny motherfucker. He got his nerve just running his ass off. Got me chasing him. I said, Usually we didn't have things like that happen, around there. Let's see. She had victim written all over her. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Now, if I'm able to fight back and have a taser and stick, etc., I would, girl. After that happened, I was like, I told my supervisor at the end of the shift, like, can I get a stick or something? Because they asking us to put ourselves in danger. Okay. That's what they're asking us to do. Okay. And I can't get a stick or something. She gonna talk about, well, we don't have that in the budget. I looked at her. I said, Suppose I go to the store where the police and the security guards, get their equipment from and buy my own stick. She gonna talk about, well, that wouldn't be fair because you'd have one and no one else would. Oh well. Oh well. Now, I went to work for another security company, and we had everything. Okay, we had everything. We didn't have a gun, okay, but we had a stick, we had a taser, we had what's that spray? We had that too, right along with our radios and whatever else, keys, and my damn belt was heavy. And at that time, I was a warrant officer, class 3. So he ran his security company like the military. So when I went to sites to check on what they were doing, they had to salute me. And I, in turn, had to salute them. Yeah, oh well. So I worked for that security company for a long time. Bear mace is the best. Yes, yes. We had mace. We had mace. We had a taser. We had a stick. Okay, so um it's very, I really didn't go into the field that much. I was in the office more than I was in the field, but most of the time the major would be going out to check sites and she would take me with her, so I had to go with the major. And we checked sites and check the log books and what they was doing and all this type of mess. They used to be like, "Hey, warrant officer," and I just looked at them. "Hey, warrant officer, is that how you greet me?" And they was like, "Oh, sorry, sorry," and then they would salute, and I would be with a serious face. I would be like, "Don't let me have to write you up because that's an infraction. When you see me, you salute and then you speak. You don't speak first and then salute." Yeah, that was an infraction. This is the way this man ran his company. God bless him. He is gone now. But that's the way it was supposed to be. So, yeah, warrant officer class 3. That was me. Okay. Oh my God. So, that is the recap episode number 44 for Monday 10/27/25, Wednesday 10/29/25, and Friday 10/31/25. The videos are linked in this live right here. And if you missed the live, you can always catch the replay. Thank you to my replay watchers. I really appreciate y'all coming through and watching the video. You can leave a comment if you so choose. I will see it and get back to you. Now, if I don't see it, don't be mad. I do check my messages on Gmail, and I do come through. When the messages come through, I come through and I leave you a comment. Another great show. Thank you so much. It's okay, Linty. It's all right. You can always catch the replay from the beginning. She says, "I will try to get here earlier next time." Listen, we all have lives. We always doing something. Not everybody is sitting around waiting for me to go live. Okay. That's not happening. And I don't expect it to happen. Trust me, I don't. I want to thank you all for joining me today. You could have been anywhere else, but you were here with me for this almost hour. Thank you, Outspoken One, for coming through. Thank you, Sonia J, for coming through. And thank you, Lynn T761, for coming through. Make sure you watch the community wall for the questions of the day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 o'clock. I will see y'all next Sunday at 4 o'clock. Enjoy your week. Be safe. Take care. And don't take no wooden nickels. I'm telling you now, because they don't spin. I love y'all. Peace.